I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon, and we will grow. And I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneits Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Sun is in the sign of Aries. It is exalt, and very soon Sun will go in Krittika Nakshatra. On 11th of May, while Sun is crossing 26 degree and 40 minutes of Aries zodiac sign, it will cross over from Bharani Nakshatra to Krittika Nakshatra. This nakshatra is ruled by Surya Dev himself, and the deity associated with this nakshatra is Bhagwan Kartikeya. So you can see Sun is very strong in this particular nakshatra. But the thing about this nakshatra transit is that it spans two zodiacs, Sun in Aries and Sun in Taurus. So definitely there will be 25% Aries association with Krittika and 75% Taurus association with Krittika. So when Sun goes in Krittika Nakshatra, while it is in Aries, from 11th May till 15th May, it is going to create a lot of aggression. You would want to get up and execute your task. This is going to fill you with confidence. This will give you the aura, the necessary energy that you will radiate, and you will bring people's attention towards yourself. People who have debilitated Sun, negative Sun in their birth chart, for them this is a blessing. Why? Because when Sun goes in Krittika, it is the ray of hope, piercing the darkness and coming in your life. This is extremely auspicious. On 15th of May, Sun will move to Taurus zodiac sign, and for first 10 degrees of Taurus, Sun will be in Krittika Nakshatra. Now, the Taurus part of the Krittika Nakshatra is something that you have to be careful about. Let's discuss that in detail. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss another update. A new studio is coming soon. I will give you a studio tour also. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me. I have started. I have launched a special subscription for Instagram where all the behind the scenes, unscripted things, how do I shoot, all that interaction will happen on Instagram subscription as well as on Patreon. Patreon is one platform where I upload extended analysis, some things which I can't see on YouTube, some things which are little bit extra. Maybe the possibility is less, but I want to give information. If you are an enthusiast and if you know a bit of astrology, you can definitely join me on Patreon for technical insights. And for consultations, you can drop me an email or call on the number that is on the screen. All the details are in the description box below. Please share the video so that the word of astrology spreads and everybody comes under the umbrella of Jyotish. Let's start analysis of Sun in Krittika. Sun in Krittika is a very powerful Sun that wants to conquer, win, lead from front. So it gives you a lot of leadership quality. So if you are trying for a leadership role, if you are trying for politics, if you're trying for something where you want name, fame and success, well, here it is. Sun in Krittika can give you the same. For the first 5 days of Sun in Krittika, my recommendation will be to chant Aditya Hriday Stotra, praying to Bhagwan Ganesh, waking up before sunrise and welcoming the first ray of the Sun. When Sun goes in Taurus and goes in Krittika Nakshatra, by the way, I will make Sun transit in Taurus video. It will be available on this channel. When Sun goes in Krittika Nakshatra in the Taurus part, you will feel a little bit overwhelmed by the love of the people. But this can give you this feeling that you are at the top. You are the best. This gives you a feeling that nobody is above you. Why? Because if you observe, Venus is combust. When Sun goes in at around 26 degrees, Venus will be, I think, around at 20 degrees, and Sun is making both Venus and Jupiter go combust, which means there can be relationship challenges. You need to be careful. Now, who should be careful? People who have afflicted Sun, debilitated Sun, Rahu Sun, Ketu Sun, Saturn Sun conjunction in their birth chart. There may be more planets present, but if you just have this, or if Rahu Sun, Ketu Sun, Saturn Sun are in same nakshatra, then also any nakshatra but in the same nakshatra, then you should be careful about this time. You should be very careful about relationship. Also, somebody with weak Venus, Sun and Venus conjunction can face difficulties in their life, especially from 15th of May. What should you do? In the relationship, let go of ego, become very humble, lead, but also don't be just a king, don't be authoritarian, but be more like a jananeta, like a leader. I'm not talking about politics, but someone who leads, but from the front and carries the team forward. So if you are like that, you will become very successful, especially in the field of corporate. Expenses may rise during this time, and you may end up also spending a lot of money to please your partner or to please someone. Nothing wrong in that, but you need to understand your limits, your boundaries. Because Jupiter and Venus both are combust by the Sun, the Jnana, both bhautik and adhyatmik, the material and the spiritual, is getting overwhelmed by the soul. On one hand, it shows the knowledge is coming close to the soul. So spiritually, this can be a very good time, but materially, this can be a bad time because your ego takes over. And Sun in Taurus is more like a sun that wants control of resources. This may end up into spectacular changes in politics. This may end up in something that has been never heard before. This may end up few kings, that means few leaders throughout the world who want to expand their territory. Sometimes some things may happen that nobody anticipate or nobody can expect that to happen. Heat will rise more and more because of the Sun in Krittika Nakshatra. So what should you do? Plant more trees, be close to nature, listen to the advice of gurus and scientists, listen to the advice of elderly and the learned ones, and read more and more books. This can be a slightly difficult time for students because there are a lot of distractions present in this time. There's a lot of Maya going on. And when Jupiter and Venus both showing one aspect of Vidya, knowledge, gets overpowered by the Surya, and if your Surya is bad, then you can go off to a very different path. You may take decisions that you may regret later on, especially in your personal life. So be very, very watchful. Now for Aries, Sun will be in Krittika in your first and second house. So you will be more concerned about your image, your reputation, and your values. Defend, but try to be not authoritarian. You should be inclusive. This is a good time to expand your finances. All your flaws will be visible, especially the investments that you made, your financial planning. And take the necessary advice. Don't be too rigid or stubborn. Be flexible and you will see a lot of financial gains. For Taurus, this will be more about your personal growth. Sun is going out of the 12th, coming in the first house, which means this can make you a little self-centered. Nothing wrong in that, but even if you are self-centered, you should be showing paramartha. That means your nature to help people. Donate some food and your old clothes, wash it and donate in a nice manner. But if you have a weak Venus, don't do that. Also, when Sun goes in the first house, welcome the Sun with Surya Namaskar. Focus on your health and you will become really, really healthy and successful. This is the time where you should focus on your health. Gemini. Now, in case of Gemini, you have to observe that Sun goes from 11th to 12th house. There may be travel plans happening in your life. A sudden hope may rise for people who want to travel abroad, who want to study abroad, or who want to move cities. This is a very good time for people who want to start their journey in the aviation sector, somebody who's working in the lighting and photography industry, and someone who wants to take care of their eyes or want to do some eye related surgery or eye related treatment. This can be a ray of hope. So think positively. People who are involved into optics, who are opticians, who uses eyeglasses, lenses, it will be a very good time for all of you. Overall, what you have to do if you're a Gemini, that you have to maintain your confidence, and there can be some distance or separation with your siblings. Try to not create any emotional gap. No fighting, no ego wars. Just stay low and try to be as humble as possible. For Cancer, you have to see that your second lord is going from 10th to 11th. So it is actually a very good time. This gives you a lot of hope, and money will come. Resources will be available from the mental side. There will be clarity. But because Jupiter and Venus both are little weak, you may assume something to be right and ignore the suggestions or criticism by other learned people, experts. Don't do that. Because if you end up not listening to the experts, this will give you a lot of trouble. So be humble, go on the path of success. Planets are favoring you, but listen to the advice also. For Leo, it is your ascendant lord in the 9th and the 10th house, which means it is going to give you a lot of power, too much power. This is going to be the time where you can overcome any hurdles. So remedy is done during this time. Like if you start a mantra jap, and when I say mantra, I'm not talking about the Bij mantra, the shlokas, the Guru mantra. If you do any part, stotra, sukta, it will be really good time. Also, your confidence can help you get a new job, recover from illness, and focus, and will bring more and more clarity. But you have to work on it. So you may feel happy, you may feel this urge to act, so act, but also know your limitations. Do not forget that Saturn is still in the 6th house in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. On one side, Sun in Krittika will overpower and start the process, but Saturn has the potential to terminate it if it is not something you deserve. So be careful. For Virgo, this is going to be a Sun movement to the 9th house, and it is a very auspicious movement. But this will involve expenses getting increased, but for something good. So auspicious expenses will be coming. Traveling will happen. Expenses towards upgrading education, you enrolling into educational platforms will be there. People who are involved in the education sector or travel industry, or someone who is involved into advanced sciences, will be in a very good shape, in a very good stage here at this point of time. Also, people who want transfer, who are in a government job and need transfers, this can be a hopeful transit for you. You also need to take great care of your health. Do yoga, pranayam, and drink plenty of water. Stay hydrated, and don't overwork, especially in the night. Now for Libra, if you observe, Sun will be moving to the 8th house, and this is going to create a combustion of Jupiter and Venus. So your ascendant lord and your 6th lord is getting combust, which means that you will not be able to assess the situation. This can be something that puts you into difficulty for a very brief moment, like for 5-10 days. All you have to do is wait. If you are caught off guard by the problems of life, or if you don't know where to go, what to do, immediately seek help. Help from anyone, even your friends, but seek help. Don't try to fight all by yourself. This is the time where you may not know what to do or how to solve, but you can see the problem. So it's more like the question is there, but the answer is unknown. So in that case, don't try to push the wall. Rather, get the necessary tools and do it more logically. So a more logical approach is needed when Sun goes in your 8th house. This can damage your relationship, especially the relationship with your father-in-law. And so don't speak anything negative, even as a joke, because it can be taken otherwise. Sun coming in the 8th house may also be a very good transit from the perspective of occult. So if you want to learn astrology, if you want to learn something that is connected to divine sciences, holistic sciences, this can be a very good opportunity. It's a very good opportunity for doctors, healers, pharmaceutical industry, Ayurveda and holistic healing, yoga or similar fields. Sun coming in the 8th house is also very good for people who are working in the insurance domain, and you will see that you will be able to fare well, you will be able to work well during this time. Promotion is on the cards. For Scorpio, the Sun transit in Krittika Nakshatra is very crucial. From 6th to 7th, this journey is very important for your career. This gives you a lot of career opportunity. People who want to start their own company, who are small entrepreneurs, who have startup, who want to work well for the startup space. This is actually a big opportunity for you, especially from the perspective of business. But Sun is not strong in the 7th house, which means that your career may take a lot of energy and attention, and you may not give your attention to the people around you. You are seeing things happening around you, but you are too ignorant, or you are just trying to shut yourself down. Too occupied on the work, forgetting everything else. Don't do that. People will remind you of your mistakes, of your flaws. Just listen. Some things may be helpful, many things will not. Observe that if somebody says you are incapable, maybe you are, accept that fact, or maybe he is just jealous. So ignore. This is how you have to operate. Either yes, I am, and accept it, or I am not and I know it, so why will I listen? But you have to be very careful in deciding whether you are right or wrong. Because now Sun is coming in the 7th house, aspecting the 1st house. Criticism is natural. People, your spouse, your people around you, your team will talk about you. So try to maintain a kind of a dignified posture in life, so that everybody takes inspiration from you and you can learn from others' inspiration. So you look for a higher figure and follow your ideal at this point. For Sagittarius, this is going to be a very auspicious time, but this is the time where you will have to fulfill your role. A lot of work is coming. A lot of travel might happen, expenses might happen, but divine energies will interfere and things will happen. So you're like on a boat that is smooth sailing. In spite of your Jupiter going combust in the 6th house, when Sun comes, don't ignore your health. You may continue, but as soon as Jupiter goes out of combustion, the health problems can suddenly pop up. So meditate, take proper rest, eat proper, focus on your gut health, and eat light food. Now is the time to eat sattvic food. Remember that on 18th, Sun and Jupiter conjunction will be very strong in the 6th house, which means that you will win over your enemies, however strong they are. So in this case, chanting Hanuman Chalisa 21 times every day is a very good remedy. But when you say I want to win, don't say I want to win over this person. Say I want to win over myself and any negative energy that is influencing my path, my destined journey in this material world towards success and towards God. For Capricorn, this is going to be a very good transit. Why? Because see, for Capricorn, this is a transit of Sun from the 4th to the 5th house. So it gives you a lot of knowledge. Surya becomes your guru. So just bow down and chant the Surya Gayatri mantra every day. Learn as much as possible. It is a very good time for students. It's a very good time for people who want to enroll into certifications, who are in the academics or who are in the administration, who are supervisors, who are having security companies, who are working in cyber security, who wants to prepare for government examination, who wants to prepare for engineering examination. This is going to be a very good transit for you. People who are orthopedic doctors, people who work on bones, health issues, it's a very good time for you. If you are planning to follow the path of gym, yoga, if you are a dietitian or if you want to take courses related to nutrition, it's a very good transit for you. This transit will give you new ideas, of income and will stabilize your path in your life. But remember one thing, you should know that you have to start with what you have before you bring in something extra. So it's more like you have something, make the best use of it. For Aquarius, this is going to be Sun transit in your 4th house. First it will be 3rd in Krittika, then it will be in the 4th house in Krittika. Very good time to buy new assets, new properties. It's a time where you should do Vastu corrections in your home. Health of your mother can create problems during this month, so be careful there. Overall, Sun transit aspects first your 9th house and then your 10th house, which means positive things will happen in your life, positive things will happen in the life of your spouse, and positive things will happen in your career front. Just that you may not be able to take proper rest, because Sun in the 4th house means you are awake in the night. That means something is happening that is also troubling your mind. So on one side, success is coming, money is coming, but there is restlessness, anxiety. For that, don't work late in the night, eat proper food, rest well, and if you can't sleep, visit an Ayurvedic or any doctor that you can. Take proper care of your body. For Pisces, this is going to be a Sun transit in your 2nd to the 3rd house. So it increases your potential to act. It makes you a leader. It gives you a proper speech. Your speech becomes very confident, and you will feel that confidence in yourself. So if you want to pitch yourself somewhere for anything, personal, professional, this is the time. This can create difficult times with your siblings, especially your younger brother, especially related to properties, inheritance. So take that matter very carefully. Remember that you should not destroy your relationship. If you're already in some sort of war with your brothers, you need to resolve that immediately when Sun is in Krittika. Also, you should understand that there are wider roles that will come in your life. You have higher purpose, and that should be fulfilled. Short distance travel is very much possible in this month and in the month thereafter. When Sun goes in Rohini Nakshatra, that is a far more stable transit. But Sun in Krittika is full of action, dynamics. So this keeps you moving. So people who want to rest will have problem, but people who are active, who always move, who wants to do things, for you it's a very good time.